Okay.
I hope it lasts forever.
Let's watch a sitcom or something.
No! They're calling it the airborne toxic event.
It won't come this way.
Will we have to leave our home?
Of course not.
How do you know?
I just know.
Okay, what if it's dangerous?
Evacuate all places of residence.
We have a situation. All we have to do is stay out of the way.
They're passing us, Dad.
Technically, that's illegal.
Norfolk Southern train derailed carrying hazardous materials, and it derailed yesterday just outside of Detroit, Michigan.
And more than half a dozen cars went off the tracks. Fortunately, no one was injured. Police say there's no evidence that hazardous materials escaped. Officials are investigating the cause of the crash. And all this comes nearly 2 weeks after a different Norfolk Southern train derailed in Ohio. The company pledged to pay for the cleanup. CBS News correspondent Roxana Saberi joins us now with more. Roxana, good morning.
Good morning, Michael. Norfolk Southern continues to pledge that it will pay for the cleanup. And federal and state officials say they're doing all they can to monitor air, water, and soil quality. But for many residents, that is just not enough. They're deeply concerned about their long-term health. And for some, the frustration is reaching a breaking point.
South Bay as crews deal with the effects of a massive sewage spill south of the border. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kirsten Holmes. No one is allowed in the water from the border through Silver Strand due to high contamination levels from that spill and what could be that way for some time. It all started last week when a construction crew damaged a 60-inch pipeline south of Tawana. But things are improving slowly. We go to CBS 8's reporter Steve Fiorina. He's live for us at the Imperial Beach Pier. Steve, what can you tell us about the situation right now?
We understand that they've got repair crews working 18 hours a day to try to fix that rupture and get the pollution to end. Very complex and wide-ranging project. And in the meantime, our southern coast is off limits.
You always wish you could go to the beach.
Good news reported by the federal agency overseeing the effort here. The flow of sewage that had been coming across the canyon has been significantly reduced.
So we're now able to capture that flow. It is conveyed to our international wastewater treatment plant along the border, and it is being treated.
Too late, though, for most beachgoers this weekend. Warning signs are posted, though a few surfers are out there.
We were just camping actually down by the TJ River last night, and you couldn't go anywhere. The trails were closed. Everything was closed because of contamination. So it's unfortunate. No beach, no campgrounds, no hiking trails, nothing.
It's incredibly disappointing, especially for the kids, because they just learned to ride bikes. All they wanted to do is ride to the beach this morning, and now we're going to look at a distance.
We're stuck in gas lines.
For people in Las Vegas,
I've never seen it this bad.
This is how bad it got for panicked drivers worried about gas prices going up and supply running out.
Has the pandemonium set in yet? Well, I believe so.
At the Sam's Club in Las Vegas, the line backed up at least a quarter of a mile into the street.
There's people all over the place.
Rosie Tucker works at a gas station in Las Vegas that last night ran out of fuel. He says drivers were growing tense.
When you looked outside the gas station window, what did you see?
Now to a developing story at Kennedy Airport. The power is out at JFK's busiest international terminal, Terminal 1. It's already been out for hours, and there was word that it could be back in the morning, but now that's no guarantee. Meantime, Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger with the chaos and the frustration as passengers from more than 100 canceled flights try to figure out what they're going to do next.
Tonight, there finally was some movement at JFK's beleaguered Terminal 1. 3 wide-body jets, 2 to Paris, 1 to Rome, took off empty. Their passengers among the thousands left behind, stranded. All day, the tarmac was a ghost town at Terminal 1 after a tiny overnight fire in this room somehow blew out the power to the entire building. Hours later, fire alarms were still blaring in the ticketing hall, where there were no tickets, just bewildered passengers.
We have how many? 6 more terminals or 7 more terminals here. Why not move all the flights to other terminals or maybe to a Newark airport or something? I can't imagine this situation happen anywhere.
Only in New York does the airport run as mini fiefdoms, each terminal operated by a different entity.
We're getting news like all the other terminals are open, it's just this one.
Meaning while some airlines manage to be accommodated for arrivals in neighboring terminals, most of the 20 or so airlines that use Terminal 1 simply diverted elsewhere. Pity the passengers aboard Air New Zealand's Flight 2, the world's 5th longest flight, which turned around 8 hours in and returned to Auckland. Back at Kennedy, people trying to leave New York arrived at the airport to find handwritten destination boards like this. Everything canceled. The lucky ones boarded buses to Newark Airport, where they hoped to catch replacement flights. But most people just had to figure it out, with no idea how long it'll take for things to get back to normal.
But of course, the damage has already been done. Thousands of people stranded here in the tri-state area and all the way around the world. So they will try again tomorrow. As for the fire that led to all of this, well, the cause of that fire is under investigation tonight.